going to be making some dinner tonight and showing this in my party, so I thought I would pop in and show you what I'm up to. So my goal right now is semi-lean protein and lots and lots and lots of veggies. So hi Diana. So I am going to be using the micro cooker, which comes in a set of 3. And with these awesome lids that have strainers in them, which is really fantastic. So I like to go easy on my veggies. I don't want to make everything from scratch, so I look for things that are bagged and ready to go that I can make nice and fresh. So these are broccoli florets, nothing real special, just I get a really big bag because my son and I, that's one of our veggies of choice. We try to have a fresh veggie, even if it's the same one over and over and over, just one that everybody likes. And then, so I fill that up to the top. This is the bigger of the micro cookers. I'm gonna throw some water in it. And I don't measure it or anything. I just, fill up the bottom. And then I'm going to clamp this shut. And then I'm gonna stick it in the microwave. Because this is like pretty full, I'll probably do like 10 minutes in the microwave. So I'll do that to get us started. And if you're wondering if we eat that much broccoli for dinner, we do not. So what I do is make what I think we need plus maybe a couple extra servings. So in the morning, I can have broccoli that's already done. Gotten some complaints from the family about making broccoli at 5 o'clock in the morning, that it smells the house up. So I cook it at night and then I just warm it up in the morning. So my other, one of my other things that we're going to have burgers. So this is the kids' batter bowl, which this is my favorite color. So I mean, the color obviously is not a function of the bowl, but it is a beautiful bowl. It's got a nice big handle, and even if it is for kids, this works really well with my hands. And then it's got a pour spout, but it's just a really manageable size bowl, and I found it to be really hearty. So I am making burgers tonight. So I'm gonna take I don't know, it's like 16 ounces of burger. And I like to doctor my burgers up, which my hubby can handle, but my kids don't really like it. So I'm gonna take my mix and chop and I'm just gonna give this just kind of a spin just to kind of break up the hamburger meat so that I can form it. But I have some special ingredients. So what I did, I used my kitchen shears and I've got a little garden like right outside my window, like behind the camera. And I got some green onions and chives. Let's see, I've got tarragon and sage, and then a little bit of cilantro. And I gave it just a rough chop when I chopped it off of the little plants. And then I'm gonna use my chopper and make it small so that I can add it to my burgers. So the chopper is really cool because you can take the lid off of it and you can chop things in it, like just onto a cutting board. This is kind of more my jam. And the more you chop, the smaller it gets. So these are like nice and small. They would be good to add to the burgers. I don't want like huge pieces in there. But you gotta get a little aggressive with it to get those pieces to be small, which is fantastic. I do have very fussy hands. I'm in my day job, I'm a violinist, and my hands get kind of tired just from doing the things that I have to do during the day. And I have not found that this chopper hurts my hands, which was a pleasant surprise because that was my first thought is, oh, that's really cool, but I'm not going to be able to use it. So the kids also don't like it when I do this at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I have to prep things ahead of time. And I wish, oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. So I'm going to use my scraper and I'm going to just dump that into my kids' batter bowl over here, and I'll show you in a second. And then I love mushrooms. There was this recipe that I used to use, and you would use regular mushrooms or dried mushrooms, and these are shiitakes, and I found that they work really nicely, and this just kind of breaks it up, adds a little hidden veggie in there. So I'm going to take my shiitakes. I'll probably just kind of rough chop them first, just to get some of those bigger pieces, just so they fit in the chopper. Okay. like mixing with the herbs, so everything is like, oh, smells amazing. Okay, so use my little handy dandy scraper here. Toss that in. And then next, I need a little bit of salsa, which I didn't grab. So this is just like a chunky salsa, and I'm going to just put a little bit in, give it a shake just in case it's separated and doesn't end up too watery on me. I like adding salsa to things, but just in a little bit, because all of the flavors are already mixed all together, so I don't have to come up with the perfect flavor combination. So I just find it adds just a little bit of just what I need in there. Okay, then I'm going to use, I like kosher salt when I'm cooking, like table salt or sea salt or whatever when I'm adding it to my food after I've cooked, but I like to cook with kosher salt because it gives just a nice flavor and it brings out the taste of things, which I find that when things taste really good and I feel really satisfied, I don't tend to like overeat quite as much because things didn't quite taste right. They didn't really like hit the spot. So always looking for something else to go in there. Okay. So I'm just giving it a like mix with the mix and chop. And then I'm going to use my hamburger press to put everything together into burgers. I was gonna say, I know I pulled it out. Where did it go? Okay, so if you're on and you wanna say hello, I would love to say hi. I live in Ohio. If you are, you know, just on one of my parties right now and we haven't met yet, I'm in Ohio and I'm a teacher, and we are finishing school. Literally, we almost could count on the hours. So Friday is the end of school, and we are so excited around here. My daughter is finishing up high school exams for junior year, and my son is finishing up his 8th grade year, which means both my kids will be in high school next year, which is really exciting and terrifying at the same time, and you know, all of those things that are really great milestones. But I teach orchestra, and we finished our last concerts last week, so things have been finally like, you know, kind of chilling out. And I feel like last year we just never knew what was coming with the summer, so it was just kind of a weird summer. So I'm really looking forward to like a nice break this summer. Okay, so do like a small ball, and then I put it in the middle here, and then I give it a little smash just to make sure that my size is right, because I want it to fit right in the middle here, because then I know once I smash it one more time that all of my burgers will be the same size. So these look really yummy. Okay, and I'm going to push it with the other side of the press and then lift it up. That behaved pretty well. And then it's got like a springy bottom. Okay, so there's my burger. I need a plate. I did not grab one. So I'd imagine, I thought this would only make a couple burgers, but since, no, I don't want to pop that on there. Since I added so much stuff to it, they looks like it could be maybe 3 or 4 burgers, which I wasn't expecting, which is kind of nice. So, hey Stacy. Stacy's finishing up school too. All right, so that looks about right. I'm gonna give it a quick check just to make sure it's going to be the same size as my other burger. And if you're just tuning in, I'm making burgers, and I added herbs from my garden, so sage and tarragon, and I believe I added, let's see, I just kind of went snipping on things. I added some cilantro in there because everything smelled so good. I'm like, I just need this all in my burger. And then I added shiitake mushrooms, and then in the microwave I have broccoli going, kind of in large supplies, so that I can just reheat the next time I want to eat it. And then my next thing that I'm going to make once I finish my burgers are zucchini fries, and I'm going to make that with the brand new rapid press mandolin, which if you have not seen this, might be because it went out of stock really fast when we had our new catalog. And now it's back. And it is literally one of my favorite kitchen tools that maybe I've ever had, next to the air fryer. Okay, give that a good push. And then push on the bottom because that's stretchy over there, stretchy and springy. Looks like I could do maybe one more, maybe two more, or maybe one a little on the bigger side. They smell amazing with the fresh herbs in there. That's like one of my favorite Mother's Day presents is a little herb garden. So my herb garden has been in several different places. It's been in like by the pool deck, which I find is just far enough for me to walk that I don't want to use them. And now I've had inside herbs, which I tend to leave and I forget about them, so they end up dying. And now I have like two little bins, like right outside my kitchen door, like right behind the camera, that I use for herbs, which seems to be good because I can see them, so I remember that they're there, and then I use them, which is great because it adds tons and tons of flavor without all of the calories. Okay, so broccoli behind me is done. Okay, and I've got 4 really great looking burgers. I'll show you those, which I think look amazing. They smell really good also. Okay, dump all that in there, reset for my next project. Okay, so next up, we're going to have zucchini fries. I'll wash my hands real quick. Take my broccoli out so it doesn't keep beeping at me. And what I'm going to do, I put a couple tablespoons or maybe half a cup of water, I didn't measure it, in the bottom. I'm going to flip it over the sink because these lock it down, and then I can dump the water out if there's any left. And then my son and I are broccoli eaters, so we'll eat part of this for dinner tonight, which that looks like perfect. There are no burned pieces. I cooked it for like 10 minutes, just filled it up, threw some water in it. And then I'll just stick this in the fridge once it cools down. So like after dinner, I'll just stick it back in the fridge and then pull it out tomorrow when I need it. And then I've got fresh broccoli ready to go, and I don't have to smell the house up again, which the kids don't really enjoy. So, okay, next up, we're going to do zucchini. So I'm going to just rough chop the end off. Throw that in my garbage bowl over there. That is definitely from Rachel Ray. I don't know. I mean, I think she's still on TV. She's amazing. She had a garbage bowl, and I always loved that she like threw things off the camera periodically. I just found it really amusing and bought the garbage bowl just because I was sure I needed a garbage bowl to throw my stuff in, which is, yeah, I'm sure everybody needs a bowl like that. Does save time, and you don't have to have your garbage can out, which is kind of nice when you're cooking. So, okay, so I've got 3 zucchini. Scooch these over, reset just a little bit. Okay, so this is the rapid press mandolin, and it comes with 3 different parts, and this part is the stand, okay, and where it cuts. So what you do is you take this under here, let's see if I can get it right the first time. Put this under here. Not that it's complicated, I just had to look at a picture the first time to like figure it out. I think I've got it backwards. All the way. There we go. Okay, so it's not really that complicated. It was just being tricky for me. All right, so then you open up this, and then you've got an exposed blade, okay? Which, if you are familiar with a normal mandolin, maybe you have cut yourself with the mandolin. I tried to do a live video right when I got my original mandolin, and I almost sliced my finger off because everything is exposed. And if you're doing something that's hard, I was doing a turnip, which seems like a good idea until you go live with a video and, you know, almost chop your finger off. But this is all contained. So what you do is you open this, and the blades are gone, okay, and it's got this here. All right, and it sticks to the counter, which is fantastic. So when you're chopping, you don't have to worry about it sliding around on you, which also could be a hazard. So usually what I do is kind of start it with my hand until I get close to the plastic, and then I put this part on there to kind of guide it in, just so I don't take any chances. I think you would have to be really purposeful about getting cut with this so to have any kind of accident. But then on the inside, it's got two different dials. Okay, and there are tons of combinations of things that you can do. So let's see where I've got it right now, which is actually exactly where I would want it, which it gives me like literally the perfect zucchini fry. And that took like 10 seconds. So usually what I do 3 or 4 zucchini, and then I put them in an airtight container, like the glass containers. And it's kind of fun too. It makes like a kind of a nice sound, and they're literally like perfect every single time. Like there are none that are not cut. They're all uniform. So when I go to cook them, whether I bake them or I air fry them or whatever I decide to do, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to saute them tonight. They're all the same size, which is crazy to me. So let's start them off with one just went flying. Probably step on it when I turn around. Okay, so right like that. That was like what, a minute, and I was talking, so it probably would have been faster if I hadn't been talking. But check this out. I mean, there are so many in there, and all I took off were the ends on each side, which you could probably leave the one end on there. And then I'm going to sprinkle some salt on there, maybe saute it. I haven't decided completely yet. That gives me a super fast veggie, and a veggie that looks like a french fry. Like, how cool is that? And you can do all kinds of different things. It's got a little guide on the back, and then in it's got like different thicknesses, and it's got like a cross cut, and then it's got slices, and then you can also do it in rounds. So it would be a slice all the way across, like if you were doing cucumbers or something like that. So I'm going to do that. So we've got burgers, and I needed like triple veggies tonight. So I've got burger with some veggies, and then I've got broccoli that is steamed just in water in the micro cooker, and then tons and tons of zucchini, and then I've got another batch of mushrooms over here because I'm probably going to saute them together. So just to make sure that I get all my veggies tonight. So thank you so much for watching, and if you made it all the way to the end, tell me whether you were on live or whether you were watching on replay. And if you are partying with me this weekend, I am so excited to party with you. Our party starts on Friday, and it'll run through Tuesday, and then our host will shop the rest of the week, which is super exciting. I have some openings on my calendar, so if you would like to have a party, I would love to have you host. It's really easy. I just send you messages on what to do. You do those things, you get rewards, and everybody's happy. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, and bye.